Hey you, from me to you, dog, I want to tell you the world don't wait on nobody, my G. So if you really want it like you say you want it, there's simply no excuses. So why not? Time doesn't stop. So I'm gonna give y'all my NBA 2K26 build early. And you thinking like, what? It's only the 17th. Bro, I'm gonna give it to y'all boys early. So if you hear, man, you tapped into the trillest content creator on the net. Dog, you know what we do. So smash that like button. Leave a comment for what you're most excited for NBA 2K26. And if you're new, do not forget to hit that subscribe button, bro. Tap in, keep God first on baby boy. So there has been a lot of news regarding NBA 2K26, especially the builder. So if you haven't seen, man, Zach 2K, man, shout out to Zach, bro. He compared the builder. Matter of fact, why don't I let him explain it himself, man? I'll be back in a minute.
All right, I'm comparing the NBA 2K25 builder to the NBA 2K26 builder. They didn't show any other pure 99 overall screenshots, so I just took Melo here. He's a cover athlete. We weren't able to copy it exactly to a T, but it's basically looking like the same builder with a couple like tweaks to like the extra stuff they're gonna give us. But it looks like 6'8", 240, 6'9" wingspan builds are gonna be almost identical. The only thing we weren't able to get to copy this build to an exact T was the post control cannot get to a 90. Every other stat right here is the exact same. Just to max this build out, I'm just gonna throw this on maybe my 3-pointer. That's probably the best thing to do. Literally one attribute point difference from 25's builder and 26 builder. I don't know how we feel about this. This is kind of eh. Let me know you guys' thoughts in the comments.
Now we get an opportunity to do it ourselves. NBA 2K26, the builder, with yours truly, man. And when it comes to this game, bruh, a lot of things have been catching my attention. I'm stuck between a small guard or a tall guard. My first build is going to be a guard for sure. But after all the information, man, it had me thinking. Tap in. So when NBA 2K developers dropped this right here, it had me thinking. They didn't show too much, but it had me really thinking about the endless possibilities that we can create. As long as the gameplay matches the builder, the game is fine. They started messing with the badges. You only need a 96 midi or 3-ball to get half shifty shooter. And compared to last year, you needed other things like a higher agility just to get the shifty shooter on half. But with this show, it's endless. The builds, the creativity, the endless possibility to be unique. So with that, I'm giving y'all the Smay ISO Demi. We going with point guard, we're going small, or we may go tall. But I'm gonna give y'all a little insight in my mind. So hear me, dog. We're gonna base this around the max plus 2s. And I say that simply because no matter the height, small or tall, your badges, especially the shooting badges, you can get it up 2 tiers. So with that, this is where it gets dangerous. Simply because NBA 2K devs end up dropping a lot of screenshots of NBA players in different categories. Top 10 in dunks, passing, shooting, midi, ball handling, everything in between. And what I noticed was this. There's only 2 players in the NBA with over a 93 ball. Kevin Durant with a 91. And Steph Curry with a 99. So when you put that in perspective, bruh, you don't simply need a higher 3-ball. The whole goal is to get the badges, get your 6, and then simply implement skill. That's it. Badges, 6, and skill. So without further ado, man, I'm gonna show y'all boys how dangerous it's really about to get. Let's slide over NBA 2K25 builder just for a template. Alright, gang, so look. This right here is a potential build, simply a template, man, for NBA 2K26. And the height of my build depends on the dribbling of the game. Obviously, I said I'm stuck between small guard and tall guard. So for this reference video right here, bro, this is just a template for a potential tall guard and what I'm looking for when it comes to making my build. So for starters, man, we're going PG 6'7", 180, I played around with the wingspan, but we're going with 6'9". We're a point guard. We're a guard first. I got people on my team who can protect, guard ball, can protect the rim, do everything in between. So look, 6'9", 6'7", 180 with a 6'9" wingspan. Starting from the top, 76 close shot, 76 lay. But right here, +5. We're going to use our +5 for driving dunk. End up getting a 96. Because if you look at the top 10 dunkers in the game, it is Anthony Edwards and John Morant. I want to say they have a 97 driving dunk. So that's just max. I'm just letting y'all know what I'm looking for. I may mess around and tweak some things, but we're going +5 on the driving dunk to get us 96. Now, this is major key. As a tall guard, hear me, as a tall guard, you get gold shifty shooter. I'm guessing you get gold shooting badges in general, but from what they showed us right here on the screen, I'm gonna show you. Gold shifty shooter gets you 90. You get 91 midi or 91 3. If you look at the screenshots from NBA 2K, the top 10 shooters, like I said before, the best 3 balls were KD and Steph Curry at 91 to 99. But most people had a higher midi. You know what I'm saying? We got Nikola Jokic, Kyrie Irving, Shea. There's a couple dudes, but like mid-range is key, bro. It'll unlock your badges, especially for your taller guards. So I'm going with this 91. If I use my cop breakers on it, cool. But what I would do is, depending on how the gameplay is, I may use my skill specialization from my career cop breakers to bump up on my midi, or I'll bump up my 3 ball. You know what I'm saying? Give or take, depending on how the game is. So we have a 96 dunk, 91 mid-range on a taller guard, at least. That's minimum. You know what I'm saying? If you can get higher, you can go higher. 96 gets you half. But if you get 91 for gold badges, you can use your max +2 to bump it up to legend, bro. You bump it up to legend, bro. So you get what I'm saying. Simple. Now, depending on what the dribbling is like, I'm going to test it out. I'm going to be testing out SIG, small guards, tall guards, the shiftiness, the speed of the game. It all makes sense. It all matters, bro. It does. So with that being said, I'll end up going with, I can get away with a 75 pass sack. We have an 85 ball handle and an 80 speed with ball. Like I said, this depends on what the gameplay is really like. Defense, I'm going to mess around and tweak some of this, but my steals on a 91 steal. I'll use my second +5 for my 91 steal. You know what I'm saying? Off the rip. We ain't even gonna play. Perimeter D. We are getting bumpy. If you know how to play D, you can play angles. You can do a lot of different things. Your teammates should be able to help. If you run around the wreck, this may not be the build for you. Interior D, I could bump it up if necessary, but like I said, I'm 6'7", playing a guard. I'm doing my thing, bro. I got help. Physicals, no rebounding, barely any, right? Doesn't really matter. 49 defensive board. But now the physicals, we got at 90 speed. You want to be as fast as possible. 80 agility. If you understand angles and how to play defense, you'll be straight. Strength, I'm not gonna lie, I have a lot of strength builds. I think speed outweighs strength by a mile. Because if you can't stick somebody, how you supposed to be able to use your strength? If you can't touch them, how you supposed to use your strength? So think about that. And then based off of what this game is, what this game looks like, the animations for contact dunks, we need an 85, but it might change. So I end up giving an 85 vert. So the things to really focus on, this is my tall guard. 91 dunk +5 gets you 96. 91 midi, yo, get you gold shooting badges on NBA 2K26. Use your max +2. You get a permanent one from career. Like I said, use it on this, on your shooting badge. Bump it up from gold to legend. Depending on what the shooting's like on the game, you can go lower, you can go higher, give or take. Depending on your play style as well. Passing, I'm gonna get away with the 75. Ball handle, like I said, depending on what it's really hitting for. I'm going to lab up. I'm gonna test both sigs: tall, small, low ball handle, high ball handle. I'm testing it all. I'm not no rush when the game drop. And defense, this will get reworked, but like I said, I'm going for a decent steal. 91 steal should do the trick, bro. You want to be able to play D. I'll end up getting my perimeter up slightly. We'll see what that's in for. But if not, we're definitely getting 91 steal. Speed, you want to be fast. Speed kills. Don't let nobody fool you, bro. I have a build with 95 strength. He was getting blown by going up the court. You know what I'm saying? So don't let them lie to you, dog. So we got 90 speed, 80 agility, and an 85 vertical. Hey, so the last thing I want to talk about is this. We do have the build specializations, man. And when y'all make y'all builds, make sure y'all focus on y'all weak points or something that you want to strengthen. So for example, I told you I'm gonna be in here, I'm gonna knock these stuff, I'm gonna get my cap breakers, I'm gonna get my max +1 permanent and my max +2 permanent. And depending on where I'm trying to use these max pluses, like as you can see here, max +2, dog, I'm going crazy. I'm gonna put it into my shooting and bump my gold badges up to legend. Make sure y'all boys pay attention. Make sure y'all boys lock in. And with these cap breakers, don't let them fool you. If you didn't intend to put dunking on your build, then don't intend to use the cap breakers on something that you're not willing to maximize, I should say. So when you do that, use your cap breakers into your strengths, not your weaknesses, and you pretty much can't fail, bro. And lastly, man, you know, the last thing they want to talk about is this right here, bro. When you got a build, your first build, no matter how ass or great it is, grind it out to 99, bro, before you make a second one. Simply because, bro, don't waste your money on these games, dog, unless you're getting paid to play these games, dog. Keep God first, dog. I'm baby boy.